Did you know there is a weight loss medication you can buy in the pharmacy without needing a doctor's prescription? I bet you didn't know, and I'm here to tell you about it. Hello, my name is Benita. I'm a pharmacist practicing in the UK. So, weight loss is a journey, it's not something you achieve in one day, and it requires lots of consistency, effort, and determination. As you already know, diet and exercise is the first step to achieving your desired body size. You can try it for as long as necessary to obtain what you want. But most times you see that it's not adequately controlling your weight the way you want it. You need some additional help to help you get there. So that's when some of these weight loss medication come in. If possible, if you can avoid weight loss medication, it will be the best. But if necessary, then there's always something for everyone. This medication is called Orlistat. There are two types of strength available in the market. One of them you can only get with prescription, which is the 120 milligram, and the other one is the 60 milligram, which you can get in the pharmacy without needing a doctor's prescription. How does this medication work? It blocks about 1/3 of the fats in your meal from being digested. The 1/3 of it, you take it out through your stool. This medication is taken 3 times a day after each fatty meal. So meaning that if you didn't take a fatty meal, you don't need to take this medication. And you're also advised to take less fatty meal when you're on this medication, because you can't be trying to block fats and you're also taking fatty meals. So the less fatty meal you take while on this medication, the more results you get. Not every overweight person can take this medication. There are some eligibility criteria to qualify you to be able to get this medication, either on prescription or after a consultation with a pharmacist. Your BMI has to be 30 or more for you to be eligible to get this medication, or at least 28 or more if you have other health conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol level. So there are some restrictions as to who can get this medication. And when it started, during the first 3 months, you're expected to have lost about 5% of your total body weight. So if you have not lost about 5% of your total body weight within the first 3 months, it simply means this medication is not effective for you and you shouldn't continue taking it. If you've lost 5% or more, then it shows it's effective. You can continue it as long as possible. So getting it through a doctor and that of the pharmacist, they are basically two different pathways. So who is qualified to get it in the pharmacy without needing a doctor's prescription? There are some criteria which I'm about to mention. One of them is that you have to be 18 years and above for you to be eligible to get this in the pharmacy. Your BMI should also be more than 28 to qualify for a consultation for this in the pharmacy. And you can only get the 60 milligram dose in the pharmacy and not the 120 milligrams. So these 60 milligrams, you also take it 3 times a day with fatty, if after each fatty meal. If you've not had a fatty meal, you don't need to take a dose. So you take this medication under the pharmacist's supervision. Each time you come to get it, the pharmacist will need to kind of go through all these criteria again to make sure that you are still eligible. And you can't take it for more than 6 months if you are getting it through the pharmacy. If the pharmacist is the one prescribing it for you, you can't take it for more than 6 months. If you need it beyond that period of time, you will need to see a GP to get a prescription for it. Also, you should have lost at least 5% of your total body weight after 3 months of taking it to be eligible for a continuous supply. There are some side effects associated with this medication, which I should let you know. Number one is that it reduces the absorption of the fat-soluble vitamins in your diet. So because it blocks the absorption of fat, the fat-soluble vitamins like the vitamin A, the vitamin D, the vitamin E, and the vitamin K in your diet would not be absorbed appropriately. So you are advised to take these vitamins supplements on a daily basis just to add or to supplement the one in your diet that is not being digested. Also, you can get fatty, smelly stool, oily soaked underwear, like there will be oil leaking on your underwear because the fat is not being absorbed, so it's just passing out through your physics. And at times when you're just seated, you could be leaking oil. So at this point, you're advised to take less fats in your diet, less cheese, less butter. You can take more of fruits and vegetables, legumes, anything that doesn't have fats. You're advised to stick to that while on this medication. It can also cause excessive wind in your stomach. So there could be flatulence, bloating, passing gas inappropriately, and at times it could be embarrassing for those taking it. Apart from the eligibility criteria, there's some other condition where this medication is not advised. For instance, those less than 18 years, they are not eligible to take this medication. Breastfeeding mothers, they are not qualified because this medication can pass through the breast milk. It's secreted in breast milk, so they are not eligible to have this medication. Also, those with some certain health condition like malabsorption syndrome, where the food eaten is not digested appropriately, they are exempted from this medication. Also, if you have some health condition where you take some type of medication like levothyroxine for thyroid, cyclosporine, those on HIV medication, some epilepsy medication, even your contraceptive pill, this medication has a way of reducing the effectiveness. So you are not advised to take Orlistat when you are on this type of medication. Just to mention that the type of Orlistat you can buy over the counter is called Ally. That is the one you can buy over the counter. No other brand is licensed to be sold over the counter apart from Ally. This information is in no way replacing a medical advice. So before you start it, you're required to have a thorough consultation with your pharmacist or a doctor, depending on which route you are going for, and make sure that everything about your health is thoroughly assessed before you start taking this medication. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.